Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's review is going to be on the new Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This is supposed to be formulated with hyaluronic acid and is supposed to be long wearing. Tell you a little bit about this foundation. It just hit Ulta's website. It retails for $11. On the description on the Ulta website, it says that it comes in 20 different color options, but for whatever reason, Ulta only carries 8 of those. So at first, when I was researching it, I was like, okay, the color option selection sucks, but then I realized it's just Ulta. So Ulta currently only, at least online, sells 8 out of the 20 different things, or different shade options. Now what this says is it's long wearing, it's vegan, it's supposed to have a medium coverage that is buildable, that gives your skin a natural, real skin finish. It's supposed to be formulated, or it's formulated with hyaluronic acid and watermelon seed oil for intense hydration, and again, it comes in 20 different shades. So normally, if you're not new to my channel, you know this, but if you're new to my channel, what I normally do with a foundation is I will try it out for at least a week. That way I can play with different techniques. I can really see how it fits on my skin and whether or not I like it. Because sometimes when you try a new product, especially if you have a foundation that you really like, sometimes it's not love at first sight or love at first use. Maybe it takes some time or whatever. So generally, I will try it for a week. Now, the other thing that I do is I only introduce one new skincare or foundation or makeup product at a time. And the reason for that is if I do have a breakout or some kind of adverse, reaction to it, I know exactly what product to pinpoint it and exactly how my skin's reacting to that product. If you use more than one, then obviously you don't know where to pin it back. So I started using this. This is day 2, and I will not be using it anymore. And the reason is when I used it yesterday, I'll be honest, it wasn't love at first sight. It did have some issues for me, but I was like, it's okay, I'll go ahead and use it today. When I woke up this morning, I did have a little bit of a pimple starting here, like a whitehead in my nose, and then a little bit of whitehead right here. So I thought, no big deal, popped them. I know that's disgusting, but I popped them and moved on. Went ahead and did my face with this foundation this morning. Got my hair done. I'm not liking it, but whatever. I hate when I get fresh hair. I know people love to get love when they get their hair done, but the color always, because I bleach it, it's a whole big thing. Anyways, went and got my hair done, came back into my car, looked at my face and was like, oh gosh. So I want to show you what is going on. So right here, there's some redness forming. There's pimples, I don't even know, irritation that's forming here. You could see it on my nose right here. You could see it right there. And you can see it right down here. It's just this little bit of pimples or whatever. So whatever is in it, my skin is not liking it. So I am not going to be putting it on my skin right now. I don't have a before and after because I wasn't prepared to do this video, but I love you guys, but I'm not putting this on my face. I mean, it is going crazy. So I'm going to take it off, but I wanted to show you guys show you that it didn't work for me. Obviously, this is my skin. Your skin might be different, but I did want to show you that I am having some sort of adverse reaction to it or some kind of sensitivity to it. It happened. I do have relatively sensitive skin, but it doesn't happen very often. It's not like I have to use a certain product line or, there's a certain formulation or a certain ingredient that I try to stay clear of. It's not something that happens common, so I haven't been able to pinpoint my sensitivity to one specific ingredient. The problem I have with this, other than the fact that it is causing my skin to break out, it does have a medium buildable coverage. I actually felt like the coverage was a little bit more toward the medium full size side because I did put a decent amount on. It does do a really good job of covering, but where it says that it has a natural real skin finish, I don't think it does. To me, it has a very matte finish, and I think it even says here, a natural matte finish. I don't necessarily consider matte natural. I don't feel like this looks like my skin. I feel like I am when I look in the mirror and I look on camera. I can see my skin popping through, but it looks like I'm trying to cover stuff up. It was a very thick formula. It was liquidy, but the coverage was very thick, and I don't feel like I got a natural skin finish from it. And the other thing is it's supposed to be hydrating. And this is just me. This is my personal opinion. I feel like saying it's a hydrating foundation and a matte finish is almost like an oxymoron. And if you're dry, you know exactly what I mean, because when you're dry, your skin is already matte. Like, I have no oil on my skin whatsoever. In the wintertime, I tend to be very dry. In the summertime, I'm normal to dry, but I don't naturally have a gleam. There's no oil on my skin. It is very, very dry. So I'm looking for that little bit of dewiness, that little bit of, glow or whatever, because I am so naturally dry. To me, creating a hydrating foundation that has a matte finish almost seems like it's contradictory. Like, it's one or the other. It's either hydrating and kind of a dewy or luminous finish, or it's matte and dry. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. If you have dry skin or normal skin and you're looking for something that's supposed to be hydrating but has that matte finish, the other problem that I have with it is, even right now, I have not worn it all day. I have worn it for, let's see, I did my makeup at 8. I've worn it for 6 hours, so not a full day. I usually will wear my foundation for at least 10, 12 hours before I take it off. And I do Zoom calls and stuff like that, so I'm always looking for something that looks good on camera because I'm not going into the office. But I've had it on for half the time that I normally would, and I can already feel like the crackingness of my skin. And I don't know if you can see, here it is getting really, really dry, and then right in here. Now, I'm dry there naturally, so I don't necessarily want to blame it on this foundation, but in those areas on my T-zone where I normally will move my face or whatever, I can feel it, there's a tightening. You know how when you wash your face and like the cleanser kind of strips your face away, and then afterwards there's that like tightness? That's kind of what I feel around here and then right in here. Like, even when I smile or whatever, there's just tightness in my skin. I don't feel like it's hydrating. I feel like yesterday when I took my makeup off, my skin didn't look good. It looked rough. It looked yucky. And this morning I exfoliated it and I put a ton of moisturizer on it, and I even did my steamer or whatever that I got to kind of add some hydration to my skin, but I felt like it was not so good here. So that is it. I'm not going to be doing it. I'm sorry. I can't do a whole, I was going to do, normally for my videos, I do a before and after. I show you what my skin looks like before and then how it applies and everything. But I unfortunately am not going to put this back on my face. I am going to take my makeup eraser and take it off and do a nice little treatment or whatever to try to calm my face down. So just wanted to give you guys that quick review. If you've tried this foundation out, like I said, it's on Ulta. I don't know what other retailer it's sold at, but if you have tried this foundation out or you end up trying it out, please leave your comments below. Let other viewers know what your experience was. Obviously, this is my skin. This is my opinion. Your skin is obviously going to be different from mine. You might have a slightly different opinion. So I would love for you to leave your comments below and help educate other viewers on what works so they can make a decision with what works for their skin type or something, whatever they're looking for. So hopefully enjoy the video. Please leave any questions you have below. Until next time, bye.